Book title: Cursed Sword by Rudransh Chauhan. Chapter 3 Assembly. The morning has arrived, and the sun has set out on its task. Today, the weather is taunting everyone, it seems to affect everyone. In the Harmony Dominion Empire, there is an unusual air, indicating sorrow. Queen Andromeda, renowned for her battles, has passed away. In every household, black fabric hangs outside, symbolizing mourning. As we look around the kingdom, everyone seems to be wearing some worn-out cloth of their own, wrapping themselves in dark fabric. Men are wandering with black cloth tied around their heads, and women are covering their heads with black fabric. If we take a glimpse into the royal family, the situation is similar. However, the difference lies in the fact that their black garments are more expensive and of better quality. The royal assembly is in session. The royal court is vast, with majestic thrones on both sides, and directly in front of the court, meaning in the corridors where thrones are placed, two large chairs are placed at the end for the king and queen. Everyone is seated, and beside king and queen, there is another chair where Prince Reynold Ambercrest is seated, bowing his head. Beside him on the chair is where the queen and king are seated. And in front of them, in the forefront of the corridor, the main 5 ministers are seated. In this kingdom, there are 5 chief ministers. The first minister, who is a lady, is responsible for maintaining peace with neighboring states, and if any issues arise, she represents the kingdom in other states. Her name is Celestia. The second minister, a young man, is responsible for the finances of the empire, including agricultural revenue and overseeing other industries in the kingdom. We can say he is the economic minister of the state. His name is Theron. The third, another lady, is in charge of healthcare in the kingdom. If any diseases arise, her responsibility is to find a solution to the illness, reach hospitals, and take care of people's well-being. We can say she is the health minister of the state. Her name is Lyra. The fourth is a young man who looks after the educational system in this kingdom. We can say he is the education minister. His name is Evander. The fifth, a lady, is responsible for maintaining peace in the kingdom and handling all creatures in the jungles of the kingdom. For her, there is a separate term, creature minister. Her name is Cordelia. And here, a parliamentary session is underway because Queen Andromeda has passed away. And for that, we need to discuss how to conduct her final procession and all those matters. So, the first agenda is whether we will invite the neighboring state, said the king, who seemed a bit unwell. A woman stood up from her chair, holding a document. She was tall, with blue eyes, fully black hair, a slender nose, and she wore golden earrings in her ears. A green necklace shone around her neck, and she was dressed entirely in black. My suggestion is that we should invite the neighboring 4 states. If you don't know, as per the rules established by your family, we are supposed to maintain peace with neighboring states. I think, on this occasion, or rather in this sad occasion, we should invite them. And I believe that's what Queen Andromeda would have wanted, the woman, who is the foreign minister of these states, said. All right, who all are in agreement with Celestia? Raise your hands, and if the majority agrees, we will proceed with this, the king stated. Everyone there raised their hands, except one person, the queen. They all started looking at each other. Why don't you agree? The king asked the queen. I do not wish to invite the neighboring empires. I believe they are cruel, and I don't think they should be allowed into our kingdom. But if the majority agrees, then I too am in agreement, the queen responded, maintaining a stern tone. All right, the king said. If the majority agrees, then I too am in agreement. Now, the second matter is where shall we start and conclude her final procession, the king continued. A young man, filled with joy, stood up, probably around 19 years old. I propose starting from our main gate to our palace, he suggested. Look, I don't agree with this. If anyone else has a suggestion, they can put forth their point, otherwise, I'll stick to my proposal, the king declared. In my opinion, Your Majesty, this decision should be made by you, not by the ministers. It's about our family, the queen stated. But the king began, but paused as Prince Reynold interjected, "I think we should travel towards the south from the east for the procession. If we go towards the north from the east, we'll encounter a forest. Going south from the east is the most suitable because the entire kingdom can bid them farewell without any hindrance." "I think this is a good idea." "Are all the ministers in agreement?" the king asked, glancing over Queen's viewpoint. All the ministers raised their hands, meaning everyone agreed. "Now, I'm announcing that at 10 o'clock in the morning, ministers from all the states, along with their kings, queens, and families, will come here. Decorate the city, and I'll go and write letters, hoping that everyone will come. That's where our parliamentary session concludes. Everyone, please stand for the anthem, and let Ganesh, our national anthem, play," the king declared. Everyone stood up, placing their right hands on their heads, facing the east. All of them started singing the anthem together in the land of melodies, where empires stand, harmony dominion, a united band, mountains tall, rivers wide, forests deep, in unity, our strength, our promises we keep. Harmony, oh harmony, our guiding light, under your banner, we stand upright. Noble hearts, united we proclaim, in harmony's embrace, we find our fame. The anthem is beautiful. Everyone rises, and they set off on their respective paths. To be continue.